to Singapore Polytechnic's inaugural Virtual Parents Forum. While the Parents Forum had been the main highlight at SP Open House for many years, this is the first time we are conducting it virtually. I used to be able to meet parents at our annual open house face to face. As much as I would like to do that with you now, we are all constrained by the circumstances we are in these days. Nevertheless, we are undaunted, and so have planned this event virtually. Why? Because it is so important. We want to ensure our prospective students and parents, like yourself, have all the information and resources you need to make an informed choice. This year, we have prepared a video to share with you how SP is keeping pace with the changing world and how we are continuously delivering the most relevant education for our students. I hope you have the opportunity to watch the video. In a few moments, my colleagues will be sharing how the various courses that we offer at SP will position our students for their success in the future. Feel free to engage us. Ask any question that will help you to make an informed decision. Thank you, and I wish you a fruitful time exploring SP's Virtual Open House.
Good morning and welcome parents and prospective students. Welcome to Singapore Polytechnic's first virtual Parents Forum session. My name is Andre Han and I will be your MC for today. Before we go into the forum proper, we have a short video which shows you about the admissions exercises with relations to entry into polytechnics.
Farhan, Jill, and Derek are graduating soon and are interested to enroll in their dream course at Singapore Polytechnic, or SP. Are you also interested to join SP but unsure of where or how to begin? Don't worry, let's join Farhan, Jill, and Derek to find out more. Farhan will be taking the GCE O-level examination this year. He loves maths and is always curious about how virtual assistants such as Siri work. Farhan has set his sights on SP's Diploma in Applied AI and Analytics. Farhan, you are eligible for the Joint Admissions Exercise, or JAE, conducted in January. During the release of the O-level results, you will receive Form A, which contains your examination results, aggregate scores, and the course codes of all the courses that you are eligible to apply for under JAE. SP courses are listed with a prefix S. Admission to Polytechnic courses is based on meeting the minimum entry requirements, the net EL R2 B2 aggregate score, and the available vacancies. The EL R2 B2 aggregate score refers to the GCE O-level results for English language, 2 relevant subjects, and 2 other best subjects. Farhan has a co-curricular activities grade of excellent. Well done, Farhan! This enables you to deduct 2 points off your raw EL R2 B2 aggregate score. Farhan, are there other courses that you are interested in? You can list up to 12 choices in the JAE Internet system. I know, it's not easy to choose and rank 12 choices. Let me guide you along. As JAE is a merit-based exercise, it is important for you to select your courses carefully. The order of how you list your choices is important. Do utilize all 12 choices. For the first few choices, list your dream courses, even if you do not meet the previous year's JAE range of net EL R2 B2 scores. Remember, this range of aggregate scores is just a reference. For the last few choices, indicate courses which you are confident of securing based on the previous year's JAE range of net EL R2 B2 score. These courses should still be of interest to you. The JAE posting results will be released through SMS and the JAE Internet system. Jill, on the other hand, will be taking her GCE Normal Academic Level examination this year and has been doing well in her studies. She loves interacting with people and would like to enroll in SP's Diploma in Human Resource Management with Psychology. Jill, you sound like the perfect candidate for the Polytechnic Foundation Program, or PFP. This is a one-year program for top normal academic level graduates from MOE schools. Instead of continuing with your O-level examinations in Secondary 5, you can join SP's PFP in preparation for your pre-selected diploma course. When you enroll in this program, you will be offered a provisional place in SP. You will need to pass your foundation year modules to progress to the first year of your diploma course. PFP applications will open in mid-January, on the same day the O-level results are released. You will be issued Form P if you are eligible for PFP. Jill, to be eligible for PFP, you need to score a raw EL/MA B3 aggregate score of 12 points or better for your GCE NA level and meet the group eligibility. EL/MA B3 is the combined aggregate score of English language, mathematics, and 3 other best subjects. Since the Diploma in Human Resource Management with Psychology is under Group 2 of the list of PFP courses, you would also have to fulfill the minimum subject requirements under Group 2. You can submit up to 5 PFP course choices in the application. Results of your PFP application will be released on the application website. Derek is a higher NITEC student in his final semester at ITE. He loves watching movies and is fascinated by the cool visual effects in action films. He is currently studying higher NITEC in visual effects and would like to enroll in SP's Diploma in Media, Arts and Design. Derek, you should consider enrolling in SP via the Joint Polytechnic Admissions Exercise, or JPAE, which is conducted in February. To be eligible for JPAE, you need a relevant ITE qualification with a net GPA of 2.0 and above. For NITEC students, a relevant ITE qualification with net GPA of 3.5 and above is needed. CCA bonus points can also be used to improve your GPA ranking for admission consideration. For the JPAE, you may select up to 8 courses of your choice. JPAE posting results will be released on the application website. I hope you now have a better understanding on how to enroll in SP to pursue the course of your choice. SP has many admissions exercises available to learners of all ages. Besides the ones featured here today, there is the Early Admissions Exercise, or EAE, in June for graduating O-level students, ITE students, as well as working adults. There is also the Direct Admissions Exercise, or DAE, for working adults, students with international qualifications, GCE A-level holders, and those who wish to pursue the Diploma in Nautical Studies. Do visit our DAE webpage for the application dates. If you are posted to SP, you will receive an email with the enrollment instructions. For more information on admissions exercises, please visit our SP page below. We hope to see you soon in SP.
And welcome back to SP School of Business Parents Forum. If you have just joined us, my name is Andre Han, and I will be your host for the next 1 hour. During this time, we hope to give you a glimpse of what you to expect from the School of Business. And joining me to do that are our panelists. First of all, there's Ms. Jacqueline Tan Tu, who is the director for the School of Business. We have Miss Annie Lim, who is the Asia Pacific Head of Talent Acquisition and Diversity Outreach at Citrix. We also have Ms. Dorcas Heng, who is the President of the School of Business Club. Welcome, ladies, to our panel session today.
Thank you, Andre.
First off, Jacqueline will introduce us to the School of Business and give us an overview of the school. Following that, we will be joined by our panel with Jacqueline, Annie, and Dorcas. Without further ado, over to you, Jacqueline.
Thank you, Andre. Good morning, parents and prospective students. A very warm welcome to SP's School of Business Parents Forum. We are into the third day of our SP Open House, and we hoped that you will be able to get pertinent information relating to poly education so that you and your teenager can actually weigh in on your options for your post-secondary choices. Let me start by sharing with you about information about School of Business, and I will actually cover these few main pertinent information. Right? So a little about School of Business. We started in 1986. That makes us about 35 years old now. And actually, over the years, our program has grown, and we have accepted quite a lot of good students that are coming into our courses. And today, we are very proud that we have 5 diploma choices, comprising of 4 full diploma courses, as well as a common business program. In our faculty, we have about 2,200 students from the various cohorts and diplomas, with a pool of dedicated lecturers. We have right now about 112 lecturers taking on the 35-year of tradition for our students. And this tradition is very important to us because we have seen so many students after their 3-year learning experiences with Singapore Polytechnic School of Business, they actually come out to be very outstanding thought leaders and business people. And one example is our Miss Annie Lim here, who is a very outstanding student when she is with our Diploma in Business School. Diploma in Business Administration. Right. And it is also a well-known fact that in our School of Business, our pool of lecturers are very caring and dedicated. In fact, a lot of our lecturers are hail from the industry, and with their industry experience, they are able to translate the industry knowledge to our students so that they can see how the theory and the real situation are being connected, and makes it very interesting for our students so that they have on-job training as well. And actually, our lecturers, many of them also received the Excellence in Teaching Award. Particularly in recent years, we have one of our lecturers, Mr. George Teo. He received the prestigious President Teachers Award. And inspired by the masterclass series, he actually incorporated a lot of fun pedagogy into his lessons. And of course, students and alumni are our pride, all right? And with the best foot forward that our students put in, as well as our lecturers, we are very proud to say that our SP, School of Business graduates, are very well demanded in the industry. Based on our previous graduate employment survey, those students who choose to join the workforce, 90% of them are gainfully employed, with a medium starting salary of around 2,200 per month. Next, I would like to talk about the changing industry landscape. Giving you the information about industry landscape is very important because polytechnic education information is not complete without talking about the industry. And why is industry landscape very important? Because this has an impact on our education model. And based on the industry trends, in our polytechnic education, it is very important that we keep up to date with industry. And with the industry training map that was being developed over the 23 sectors, you notice that there is the integration of the innovation, the internationalization and productivity in the various jobs and skills. And how does this impact on our curriculum? Very importantly, because our students in our business school, we will actually have to be keep up to date to the technical skills and the domain areas that they are in, right? And at the same time, they will also need to be very well aware of the global situation in not only in Singapore but also in the international scenario. Of course, last but not least, with the curriculum, we also encourage our students to have the character building in terms of our SP core values. Yeah. Later, I'll talk a little bit about the values as well. And all these affect our pedagogy, which means that our pedagogy has to be applied and it has to be practical so that our students learn on the job as well as during their learning sessions so that they can apply their knowledge into client-based projects. Okay. And with our best foot forward, we actually want to bring to our students, potential students, winning choices, winning experiences. And what is the winning choices we are talking about? It is really about you. When you, as a potential student, come and join SP School of Business, you will actually get to attend the Common Business Year 1 modules. And not only that, we have a plethora of electives for our students to choose from. And this elective serves 3 main areas in the sense to equip our students in broadening their knowledge. So for example, if our accounting students, they want to broaden their knowledge beyond accounting. So for example, if they want to learn more about psychology, they can actually choose an elective on Introduction to Psychology. And the deepening electives will help them to deepen their domain area. And the other thing is for students to prepare them for the university education. So for example, if students do not do the A-level math, what they can do is with our electives, they can actually choose elective in mathematics to help them to prepare for the university education as well. And of course, all in all, in terms of the accreditation, our courses are accredited with many industry partners as well as national bodies in Singapore. For example, our diploma in accountancy is very much accredited with the national accounting bodies, like for example ICAEW, which is the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales. And for our diploma in human resource management with psychology, we are very much accredited with our national HR body, the Institute for Human Resource Professionals. And for the students, your winning experiences come in the form of industry experience. And with our emphasis on industry engagement, we have actually bring industry collaborations in industry partners into our campus. Other than just, with enhanced internship, students go out to do attached to the companies. But we also bring in industry partners into our campus. In fact, at level 2 of our School of Business, we call it the Industry Corridor. And this Industry Corridor actually helps us to develop, seminars for community of practices in various areas. And we have our Supply Chain Asia, which set up the Smart Technology Lab in our campus as well. And we also have a career center with Kelly Services that provides the extra information and knowledge for our HR students. And not only that, even our SP students, if they need career guidance, they need career advice, they can actually come to Kelly Services Career Center within our campus for advice. And all these actually talked about in terms of your winning experiences for you. And we also have overseas experiences. But unfortunately, of course, with the COVID-19, this has been a little bit on the back, hanging on that because we cannot travel overseas. Otherwise, students will have the opportunity, once travel is permitted, you will have opportunities to go to ASEAN regions, China universities, to do your credit immersion and credit transfer program, or even overseas internship, right? and of course, the wide area of alumni that we have in terms of networking for our students. All these experiences are very useful for you in the business scenario. And of course, the last part of the winning future for students, after they have done their Polytechnic education with us, where do they move to? In fact, for our School of Business, we have about close to 50%, based on our graduate employment survey, of our students actually proceed to university education. Because our students did so well, they can actually move on to carry on further studies with the local universities like NUS, NTU, SMU, SUSS, SIT. And the good news is that sometimes we receive a lot of information regarding their that our students have done very well in the universities, and some of them even achieved the scholarship award as well. And we have a big cohort of students that are very outstanding, and of course, all these are with the dedicated lecturers who are able to spend their time to hone the nurture our students when you are with us in the School of Business. Okay, I will talk a little bit about attributes of our student. Okay, our lecturers really push our students to help them to dare to dream, dare to try, but don't never say die. Okay, so the students, for example, in our business administration students in doing the entrepreneurship, we will always encourage them to think beyond. What is your dream? What do you start up? What do you want to do? Do you want to start up a business? So in recent, there's a channel News Asia actually captured a story about Hash Dalla. He is a 19-year-old student, 19-year-old with our entrepreneurship section, and actually he is now a CEO of a US 25 million startup company called Team Labs. So these are the students that we actually encourage them to really dream and try and never say die. Okay? And we also encourage, other than academic pursuit, we also encourage our students to do community service. We want to have that care and concern for our community as well. And this is part of our SP core value. One of the core value is the C, which stands for the care and concern. And this is where students will actually, they can do community service in the local, in Singapore, or even community service in overseas. Yeah. And last but not least, our attributes of our students, really, with our pedagogy, we actually want them to do self-discovery, very independent study as well, independent students, so that they can research, because what they learn in campus, in many years down the road, it may be obsolete, but at least they have the foundation to be able to say how do they learn the new information, and of course to build up their confidence. And in our pedagogy, our students actually do a lot of research projects. They work with clients, they work with each other, schoolmates, classmates, to do projects, and also to work on client-based projects. So that gives them the confidence. I want to share with you, years ago when I was a liaison officer for one of our students, and the student, when I was talking to the student, she said that, I'm so grateful for Singapore Polytechnic's education. So when I asked her to elaborate, she said that, you know, in my internship here, I have to quickly prepare the PowerPoint slides, and the next day I have to go to the client's company to do presentation. But because SP prepared me for the to do PowerPoint slides as well as presentation, and she was very confident when she did the presentation to her clients. So that really was something that stick in my mind, because that was really something that she shared with me, which I thought it is useful to share with our prospective students as well. Okay, these are some of our industry partners that we work with, a lot of big names here. So, and we actually give our students that authentic industrial experience. Okay. So we want to urge parents and prospective students, put your best foot forward with us, all right? And we hope that you will be able to be familiar with some of the courses that we offer For example, we have Diploma in Human Resource Management with Psychology. If you think that you are a people person, you want to help in Singapore's human resource or human capital part of it, this course will be suitable for you. And in our business administration, if you are the type that wants to do a startup, you want to do business, you want to make a difference in the community in terms of the thought leaders and business situation, business administration will be good for you. And you can have a choice of digital marketing and branding, international trade and operations, as well as innovation and entrepreneurship in our DBA course. And of course, we have banking and finance. Now banking and finance is undergoing a lot of changes. You have fintech that is coming up, and our students will also be exposed to fintech in the diploma in banking and finance. And of course, we have diploma in accountancy, which is, has an accelerated pathway with ICAEW, which I mentioned earlier on. And our students can pave their way to become a chartered accountant. And for all these 4 diploma, if you prospective students, if you're still not sure which business diploma to go to, you still have a choice on SP's Common Business Program. Our Common Business Program will equip you with business modules that are quite similar to the other 4 diploma, so that at the end of year 1, you still have a choice as to which diploma that you want to specialize in. Okay, so I'm coming down to this is what we actually offer you in terms of admission pathways. So if you are undecided, like I mentioned, you can actually still do the Common Business Program, and in year 1, you do all the business modules, and after that, at the end of year 1, you choose which of the 4 diploma courses that you want to specialize in. But students, if you are very sure which business course you want to go into, then you have the second pathway to be able to give you the choice. And then you are able to select the diploma choices or diploma course that you want to go into, so that your 3-year learning journey will be very seamless and will be able to really equip you in your domain area. Right? So we try to give you the multiple admission pathways so that you will be able to decide what you want to do in the Polytechnic education. Right? So I'm coming down to the last slide. So I just want to say that for parents and prospective students, if you're making your choice on Polytechnic education, choose SP, right? Because SP, it's so possible. Thank you so much.
Singapore is a bustling financial and trading hub. Businesses will constantly grow because of our connectivity. In everything that you do, there is business involved. Like your purchasing, how do you price your item? Who are the customers? What are the needs analysis? Value creation? I believe there's a growing demand for business students in Singapore because critical thinking becomes an essential skill. So you need negotiation, you need problem solving, you need people to know how to build out sandboxes, to implement designs, implement budgets, and business students are well equipped in all these areas.
In Singapore Poly, in the School of Business, we're very student-focused and industry-focused as well. The school believes in equipping the students with life skills, we call it the self-mastery, so that they can prepare themselves when they meet real clients. We have very interesting activities and projects like Project Discovery, Project Expedition, as well as ASEAN Connect. So these projects allow students to come together, hone their leadership skills, entrepreneurial mindset, as well as it takes them beyond the shores of Singapore.
SP helped me to kickstart my career with its very strong and recognizable diploma. It also helped me to build very strong connection with people from different diploma, people from different companies even during my internship days. And most importantly, it actually provided me with both hard skills and soft skills for me to propel forward into my career today. Singapore Poly will definitely provide you with the knowledge, skills and ability to take on any new challenges ahead.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline, for the insightful coverage of the School of Business. And I'm sure that the parents as well as the prospective students would appreciate that. Let's move on now to our panel discussion. And joining Jacqueline and myself are Ms. Annie Lim. Annie, like what Jack said, Annie is alumni of SP School of Business, and she has had 23 years of experience working with Fortune 500 companies in the area of talent management, business transformation, HR transformation, leadership development, as well as international recruitment. Annie also sits on our board of the School of Business Advisory Committee, which shows her passion as an alumni for the School of Business. Annie is joining this discussion here with us to share her views and her perspectives as an industry practitioner. With us also is Ms. Dorcas Heng, and Dorcas is a Year 2 student, and she is also the president of the Business Club. She will be sharing with us from her perspective as a student in the School of Business. Jacqueline, Annie, and Dorcas, welcome to our panel discussion. The first question that I do have is, why is industry transformation, or why is industry involvement in higher education so important? And what is Sbsp School of Business doing to prepare the students to be work ready? Jacqueline, you want to take that question first?
Okay, right. Thank you, Andre. This is a very good question. In my earlier elaboration on the School of Business, I did mention about the changing industry landscape. And really, I think Polytechnic education, we cannot talk about, it's not complete if we don't talk about the industry. So in the industry setup, it is so important for our Polytechnic education. And here in SP School of Business, we actually do a lot of industry engagement to help our students to find out the real work situation out there in the business setup. Because as we all know, it is a well-known fact that business changes very fast, and things are rapidly changing. And therefore, we have to equip our students with the changing requirements. And let's say in the past, when we were doing some of our courses, but in recent years, there are a lot of emphasis on analytics, robotic process automation. So we have to upskill our students to involve themselves in these areas as well. And how do we get all this information? It is through our interaction with our industry partners, co-locators, and government bodies to make sure that our curriculum are up to date. And what have School of Business do in this area? We are very proud to say that School of Business is a HR sector lead. And as a HR sector lead, we work very closely with the HR community so that to upskill the HR professionalism in Singapore. And because of that, we actually lead the other polytechnics and ITE in talking about HR development in our students. And this is one area whereby we actually do to really equip our students with the kind of professionalism that they need in their career choices. Similarly, for our accountancy students, we are very in touch with the industry, particularly the Big Four international accounting firms, as well as the national bodies like ICAEW, ISCA, and CIMI, so that our students actually have accelerated pathway towards the chartered accountant career. And of course, our business administration, we are very up to date with digital marketing, branding. In fact, our digital marketing team is very busy, setting up the skills, training students, training even adult professionals in the digital marketing area. And of course, innovation and entrepreneurship, as well as international trade and operations. So in international trade and operations, like I also mentioned earlier on, we have our Business Innovation Center, whereby the second level 2 is our industry corridor, and we have the smart technology lab that is set up here in our campus. And this smart technology lab will actually enable our DBA students to be able to see what the industry is doing, what are the technology that they have to learn, all right, in order to be value add to the industry. And our banking and finance similarly also work very closely with our financial sector to bring in fintech, automation, analytics, as well as artificial intelligence into the course.
Okay,
so these are some of the things.
Thank you very much. Annie, what is your perspective as an industry practitioner? What's your perspective of having industry involved in higher education?
Sure, not a problem. And first and foremost, thank you for the School of Business, Singapore Polytechnic, for inviting me. Well, coming back, to the school itself, it's almost like yesterday. I've graduated about 25 years ago. And, I would say that the school has actually prepared me very well for my studies as well as preparing me for my industry. So in many ways itself, I would really appreciate in terms of the industry relevance, especially a lot of the internship programs that I did recently before I graduated, allows me to be able to achieve, some of the problem solving, critical thinking, and also how to be able to apply my skills into the relevant workforce. And so for me now, working as an industry practitioner, in fact, myself, I felt that it is very important that a lot of the studies, the curriculum, it's very much attuned to what is happening to the market landscape and the industry focused. All right, so a lot of the skills are very practical, and at the same time, it does not become obsolete, but more relevant, all right, and applicable when the students are able to learn, and at the same time to be able to apply directly to the workforce. So I do remember even years after I have graduated, the school has actually sent me many relevant, in terms of surveys, invited us for different types of webinars. We even have past students who became successful entrepreneurs, which allow us to be able to interact with them. So those sort of industry practice, as well as always being, link up with the alumni students, even upon their graduation, is very much able to also, first of all, teach them very practical, relevant, and as well as also keep them up to date in terms of what is happening in the market landscape. So I felt that all of this is very much helping the students as well as also the alumni, to be able to build that sort of a network and allow them to be able to stay as a community of learning, of network, and also to be able to share this sort of industry practices. So I felt that this is very much possible to allow us to be able to accelerate our learning and also have up-to-date industry trends.
Thank you very much, Annie. What I hear from you is industry relevance. So I'm going to pose this question to Dorcas. As a student, how does it feel to you to be involved in industry projects?
As for me, I guess like what Ms. Jacqueline mentioned just now, how the industry is always changing, and especially in this COVID-19 period, everything is like, how different it's changing. We're all moving to work at home kind of environment, and for me, I guess it's very important that students learn how to adapt to the industry. Just recently in my recent holidays, the school actually gave us this RPA, robotic process automation crash course for my intern this year, sorry. So yeah, I just guess SB has actually helped us to prepare for this industry relevance thing, yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. For those of you who have just joined us, we are at SP's virtual Parents Forum session, and if you have any questions for our panelists, do type in your questions into Pigeonhole. Scan the QR code that's on your screen and then type away at your questions, okay? And we are going to take a short break now, and when we come back, we are going to start on our Q&A session.
Hi, I'm Serena and I turned 18 this year. I'm currently studying in Common Business Program. What makes the course special is because we're given an extra year to make a more informed choice in what we actually want to do in the future. We're given a chance to explore before we choose our specialization in the business industry. What inspired me was because I didn't think of becoming a marketer in the future, but after taking out fundamentals of marketing, yes, influenced me to make a decision in taking out specialization of marketing. Studying this course has allowed me to make a more informed decision in the specialization I would like to move towards in the future.
I'm Ryan, I'm 19 and I'm from the Diploma in Accountancy. Because I enjoy accounting and my end goal is actually to become a chartered accountant, I feel that our course actually teaches us many different skill sets, and one of the skills is actually accounting analytics, which actually helps me reach my end goal. In the final year, we actually get to interact and connect with many different clients, and from there we get to know about their real life industry problems, and that's where we actually put in all our skills that we learned throughout the 3 years to actually try to help them. I feel that the most notable one would be in my final year, where we get to talk to the real life industry clients and understand their problems. And because this is a real life issue and not a textbook issue, we actually get to implement our skill sets into the real life and try to see if it works.
Hi, I'm Michelle Tan, I'm 20 and I'm from Diploma in Business Administration. One thing that's special about my course is that it actually helps me bring me out of my comfort zone and helps me grow into a business professional. As a people person, I wanted to be able to better understand the customer's prospects, needs and wants. However, when I joined the course, I wasn't expecting so much more knowledge in this industry. I think one thing about my course is that we actually have cross-disciplinary modules that enables us to actually build a very strong foundation and skill sets that are sought after in every industry. And when I joined my course, it really broadened my horizons.
Hi, my name is Keith. I'm 19 this year from Diploma in Banking and Finance. When I first stepped into the campus, the environment was very vibrant, and I believe that this environment can help me study better. Helping others manage and grow their wealth is something I see myself doing in the future, and my course equips me with the skills I need to do so. Therefore, my course is special to me. The course equips us with data and analytical skills, which will help us to manage and grow finances in the future. The most memorable experience was when we went to the Singapore FinTech Festival. We were exposed to industry leaders. The topics covered resonates well with us and allow us to link back to what we have learned. So this allows us to learn from a different perspective.
I'm Jovin. I'm 19 this year and I study Diploma in Human Resource Management with Psychology. I think one really unique selling point is that we do offer a cert called the IHRP CA cert, and this cert is a great selling point for both us and our future employers. But I think my favorite thing is the course itself and the stuff that I'm learning, because I was never really a good student, and it was here that I really started to fly and I started to have the motivation to strive to achieve the best that I can. And I guess it's really the human interaction in this course and this study itself. So I think one thing I would tell my juniors is really know what you want and work hard for it. As long as you work hard and strive for it, I think you can accomplish anything you want.
And welcome back. If you have just joined us, we are at SP's first virtual Parents Forum session. And we are in our Q&A session right now. And my name is Andre Han, and I will take you through this session. Earlier on, in this Q&A session, there's this question that came up. What is a typical day like for SB students? So I'm going to direct this question to our student panelists here, Dorcas.
What's a typical day like for SB students? I guess every SB student is different because not all of us like the standard like 8 to like 1 p.m. kind of timetable. So everyone is very different. We all have to like take charge of our own learning style. So for me, I usually wake up like 2 hours early before my class and I'll go for class, and after that head down to Food Court 4 for like lunch with my friends. And then as the day goes on, there'll be a lot of projects that we have to do, assignments, tutorials that we have to catch up with. And as for me, because I'm the School of Business president, the president of the School of Business Club. I guess I have to like, how do I say it? Organize events and also like check in with all my club members and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a very busy day for you. Being involved both in school as well as your CCA.
Yeah.
Okay, another question has just come up. May I ask Annie, what are the sectors hiring nowadays?
Sure, not a problem. I think this is a very good question, right? So I think many of you who are actually looking at the news right now, you are observing, if you're studying the School of Business itself, what would be the sectors relevant for you? If you have seen recently, there are quite a number of reports that come out from the statistics of the Department of Economics, for example, you will see that many sectors are still actually recruiting. Although sometimes we open up the news to say that we have a lot of negative news, but in fact sectors that are hiring mainly across will be pharma company, healthcare companies, biotechnology, bio-related sciences companies, fintech, digital related, and even across the banking and finance itself, they're also evolving as well. All right, so we also have industries like, for example, the manufacturing and logistics. They are moving into advanced manufacturing, with a lot of other roles itself going into digitalized and automation. So there are still a lot of industries and sectors nowadays that are hiring. But more importantly for you as a student, right? You'll be thinking what will be your career like, when you graduate, 3 years down the road. But more importantly, think about not just only about the sector, but also think about what is really something that you're passionate about. What is really driving your interest, and how can you actually make sure that you turn your dreams, your passion, your interest to something that's more relevant to the kind of job that you want to do? And how can you learn from the School of Business that help you to hone your skills, your industry relevance, and also be able to find you the industry companies that you can be attached to? All right, so I felt that this would be areas whereby you might want to consider when you are looking for a new program. So definitely School of Business has helped me 25 years ago to hone my skills relevant, and I felt that in terms of the industry as well as some of the internship that I have gone through, including some of the extracurricular activities that I have been through, has helped me to be able to shape my character.
Wonderful. Annie, the first question was talking about what kind of industries, what kind of sectors are hiring. This next question is talking about students who enroll in CBP have to spend another year as they take 3 years in their specialized course. Is that just 2 years? Jacqueline, would you like to address this question?
Okay, thank you, Andre. Yes. Okay, for those students who are interested, because at this moment, if let's say you are still not very sure which specialization you want to go into, but you want to choose the Common Business Program, yes, this is a special program that we have introduced with prospective students like you in mind, so that you go through the year 1 modules. And in our School of Business, what we do is our year 1 modules, we try to make it as common. So be it in Diploma in Accountancy, Banking and Finance, Business Administration, or Human Resource Management with Psychology, the 4 diplomas, most of our year 1 modules are quite similar to even students taking the Common Business Program. So what it means is that in year 1, we more or less have the Common Business modules, so that at the end of year 1, those who are enrolled in the Common Business Program, at the end of year 1, you just need to actually choose which other courses that what is the course that you have more aptitude in to specialize in, so that when you move on to year 2 and year 3, you are already in that diploma course that you choose, so to hone your domain area, the domain knowledge as well. Yeah. So all in all, the Common Business Program will take 3 years. So all our similar to all our business diploma, they all take 3 years learning journey with us. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. For those of you who have just joined us, we are in our Q&A segment of this forum. So please type away at the pigeonhole if you have questions to be answered by our panelists. And there's this other question here that just came up. Any interview tips to share for poly grads? Annie?
Well, I think this is a very clever question because you are already thinking about the choice with the School of Business at the Singapore Polytechnic. I think the most importantly, right, it's not about just preparing yourself just for this interview at the school. It is also helping you to prepare yourself for the workforce, right? So think about itself, first and foremost, you must be interested in this program and ask yourself, why are you coming for this program, all right? Know exactly your why, your core. I think that's really important, all right? So first and foremost, this is what I would do in terms of preparing myself for the interviews. I think most important is bring your authentic self, all right? So, and the school allows you to bring your authentic self, in terms of who you are, all right, and also help you to be able to strengthen in terms of your characters as well as your value. Now, some of the interview tips will be, for example, be prepared, be on time, all right, bring, your passion, bring along your big smile, all right, be ready as to why, you are going to be enrolling into this particular program. And at the same time, I think your enthusiasm, your attitude will make a huge difference in terms of coming into the program. So I'm sure you will really enjoy the day, and also the studies within the Singapore Poly.
Okay, thank you very much, Annie. So here's another question. What are some projects and lectures that SB students take? Between Jack and Dorcas, I'm having a hard time deciding who to answer this question, but I will let Dorcas answer this question perhaps from a student perspective, yeah?
As for projects, I guess the one that's more industry relevant is I'm actually taking this module called UI UX, so it's user interface and user experience. I think that really helped in terms of like how actually, how we always use a phone. It's like there's so much things that go behind the designing and the whole interface of the whole entire phone. So I think that's actually a very good project for us as students like me to do. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. There's this other question that just came up. What is the latest percentage of local universities' annual intake of poly graduates? Jacqueline, would you be able to address this question?
Yeah. Okay. Like I said earlier on in my information sharing relating to our Singapore Poly School of Business students, I will talk about in terms of our School of Business. Based on our graduate employment survey over the years, it has been quite consistent. And we, depending on the diploma courses and also in terms of their academic performance, generally we would say that the percentage of our School of Business graduates who proceed to do the further university education, it's around 40 to 60%, again depending on which cohort they come from. So that gives us a very good indication that our students are actually doing very well. And those who actually proceeded to the university, again, like I shared with you earlier on, we are very proud of them, that many of them did very well in the university, and some of them even actually received the scholarship from the university. Yeah.
Okay. This next question, what are the career choices in business industry after obtaining a diploma in HR? Perhaps, maybe I'll start with Jacqueline for this question. I'll move on to Annie to give some perspective from there.
Yep. Our diploma in human resource management with psychology is really a very industry-related program. And we also started, our lecturers, our pool of HR lecturers are also very dedicated in the mission that they are doing. And this mission that we have started, when we first launched our diploma in human resource management. We launched this program in 2008. We were the first Polytechnic to launch this program. And at that time, when we launched this program, we were with the single idea that, we know that Singapore's human resource professional, the scenario, it's still quite raw, still quite new, and there are not many people who are actually trained in the HR side. So I think when the team started to introduce this diploma in human resource management with psychology, we feel that we want to help the Singapore industry in the human resource professionalism and therefore upgrade the knowledge as well and the skills required in this HR area. And the career choices, coming back to the question, the career choices is a wide range of career choices that our students are actually prepared or equipped with. So students can actually, they are exposed to HR areas like learning and development, talent management, talent sourcing and acquisition. We also have the employee engagement, which is a very big thing now, and the career coaches even our students, some of the students tell us they aspire to be career coaches, and our diploma actually prepare them in the wide range of HR exposure, and of course also other areas like total rewards compensation, total rewards management, performance management, and in a few of the areas that we look at in HR that are good for our HR students. But of course, to add on, the difference in terms of our HR diploma is also that we have incorporated the industry paper A into our curriculum, so that our students actually have the opportunity to take the test within campus, within their curriculum. And when they pass this paper A within their curriculum, they actually have a chance to be the IHRP certified associate. And with this IHRP certified associate, they can actually help them in their HR professionalism profession certificates that is instituted by IHRP in the paper A and paper B qualifications. So this gives a head start to our students in this human resource diploma. Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much, Jacqueline, for that very comprehensive answer for this question on HR diploma. Time has really caught up with us. I must apologize to Annie that we don't have time for you to address this question. But nonetheless, thanks for joining us today. And I want to thank our panelists, Jacqueline, Annie, as well as Dorcas, for being a part of this panel session. We do apologize to those of you who have questions that have not been answered. But we will be taking those questions right after this live show. There will be a 30-minute session where we will go into Zoom breakout room, and you can go into this Zoom room where two of my colleagues from the School of Business will be addressing some of these questions in a continuous form, right? Okay, so furthermore, if you have any other questions, you could also use, besides Pigeonhole, you could use Telegram, or you can follow us on Instagram as well. And we are live from now till 10th of January. And also, just want to remind all of you, whoever needs one-on-one career counseling sessions, you can actually sign up for slots through our website, openhouse.sp.edu.sg. So please go ahead and sign up. There are still some vacant slots for you if you want to do so. So we hope you have enjoyed this session. It has been informative for you. We have also enjoyed ourselves up here, dealing with all the cameras and stuff like that. And yeah, we want to wish all of you prospective students, next week your results will be out. We want to wish you all the best of luck. And yeah, so with that, I'm signing off. My name is Andre Han from the School of Business. Bye-bye.
All the best, students.
Business. It's in our everyday lives.
In our words.
Through our actions.
And the way we think.
So when we say, mind your business,
it really means we keep everyone's business in mind.
And to us here at SP School of Business,
Business is a choice.
a calling, an opportunity to improve,
An avenue to make a difference.
It's about taking problems
and turning them into solutions.
breaking stereotypes, and building prototypes.
Business is a philosophy, an idea, a dream, a goal.
Yes, business encompasses numbers and analytics.
but it's also about relationships.
It's a community,
an ecosystem,
A language for global thinkers.
world peace.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Business is more than just about the money.
It's about being creative,
and adaptable.
And embracing endless possibilities.
Business is a way of life. And the things we do
affect the way we live.
We have a huge part to play in making the world a better place.
So let's put our best foot forward. Look towards the future. And the future starts with